Grizzlies last night in Memphis. They won 106-101 over the Warriors. Ja Morant tied his playoff career high with 47 points, 18 of which, gentlemen, came in clutch time the fourth quarter. Afterward, the league's most improved player said, "Coming into today, I told myself we needed a win and we were going to get a win. I just took it upon myself to go out there and do that for us." Shannon, do you think Ja has turned the corner from a star and is now a superstar?
Not yet, but he's coming. He's coming, Skip. He's close. I mean, Skip, you know...
At least you're giving him close.
No. Yeah.
So you just need to see a little more.
A little bit more.
All right, I'll
Skip,
take that.
Skip, you know superstars used to be reserved. There were only a handful of superstars. Everybody that had a good game, they weren't a superstar. You had to do it over some time. And what I'm starting to see, and I've seen it in big moments, but Skip, nobody asked, was he a superstar in Game 3? He was 5 of 18 against Minnesota. Game 4, he's 4 of 13. Game 6, he's 4 of 14.
I agree. I cannot argue any of those.
But I'm starting to see, when I watch him in the regular season, he's starting to have more games like this than not. And that's what makes guys a superstar. The Kevin Durant, the LeBron, Skip, the Luka. I'll say Luka's a superstar because, Skip, we've seen him in the playoffs. It seems like every time, it doesn't matter. Kawhi, PG, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, he's going to get 30. Dude is 22, 23 years old, and he's already got 6 40-point games. Luka's a superstar. Ja is right there on the cusp. If he can finish this off, get to the Western Conference Finals and play, Skip, I'm not saying superstars don't score 40 every damn game, but if he can continue to play like this, yeah, Skip, he's going to be a superstar. He's going to be a superstar for years to come because I see the maturity, the maturation. I saw him as a rookie, and they begged him. They like, please shoot this ball, Ja. Please, we're going to stand in the lane.
They begged him.
We not even worried about you.
There were times last night I thought they dared him.
Yes, and he's like, he got better and better and better, and you see
And what award did he win this year?
Most improved.
How can you be a superstar and win most improved?
You
can't. It doesn't go together.
Yeah,
it's like an oxymoron, right?
Skip, the guy's the second pick in the draft. Damn, don't you expect him to play like this as the second pick in the draft? But Skip, he's close. He's on his way to stardom. He needs that. He's having that. Skip, you remember his first series, LeBron? They played the Wizards. He had those 2 game-winning shots. He had like 45, 41.
They were
layup. He had like 45. He had 41. He had 38, 32. And it's like, okay, this kid has arrived. And this is what we're starting to see from Ja.
Okay, I do not love it that he won Most Improved because it almost disqualifies this whole conversation.
Yeah. Skip, I mean, come on. I mean, a guy that's the number 2 pick in the draft, you should be disqualified. You should just be disqualified from that award.
Okay, back to your T-Wolves point. Ja often irked me to the point of frustrating me, to the point of angering me in those 6 games against the T-Wolves.
Right.
They won in 6 in a shock to both of us because we thought it was going 7, and they went up there last Friday night and just took it right out of their grip and took it literally home without having to go home to play a game 7. Okay, against the T-Wolves, Ja averaged 22, 9, and 11. Again, it's kind of like Giannis. The numbers sound okay. The 22's not eye-popping.
Right, considering he almost averaged 28 in the regular season.
Correct. But he shot only 38% from the floor. Well, it's not good enough. He shot 4 of 20 from 3, which is obviously 20%, which is
horrible.
It's just not good enough.
Right.
From the free throw line, he was 71%, 47 of 66 against the T-Wolves. It's barely passable,
right,
but it's still not good enough if we're talking superstardom, right?
Point guards should shoot 80% from the free throw line.
You just have to. And yet, even though he is LeBron-esque from 3 in the free throw line, because I've always said LeBron's Achilles heel is he's just not a great three-point or free throw shooter where you can trust him over time to shoot 38% or 80% from the free throw line. You just can't trust it, and I'm not sure you can ever trust Ja to do that.
But, Skip, he can have those games where that 3 ball is falling, and now you're at his mercy because if the 3 is falling, you got to hug up on him, and now he's going to go by you.
Okay, he was most improved this year because he improved his three-point shooting from 30% his rookie year to 34.4. Well, you know and I know 34.4 is not very good.
It's not.
It's below LeBron. And LeBron ranked 93rd. Ja's like beyond 100.
Right.
Okay? So how is that most improved? That's on a very low, relatively low bar, right? Okay, so last night, he knocked me out of my chair because he closed with a huge clutch gene where he was just basically saying, get out of my way, I got this. Sometimes he would start very slowly on the offensive end where he'd dribble for a while up top, and I'd say, initiate, go, push it. And he was basically saying, you know what, it's all me anyway. I'm going to wait, I'm going to drain the clock down, and give me 7 seconds, and I'll go in that lane, and I'll find some passage to the basket or to the free throw line. And he impressed me so much, he made his free throws down the stretch. He impressed me so much that he made shot after huge clutch shot to the point that after a while, I just said, I trust you. You could just see he got this. You could see his body language. I'm in charge of this game. I'm the best player on this floor. Steph's not. I'm in charge of this game.
And that was but the thing is, Skip, what I couldn't understand is why they didn't blitz him, why they didn't jet him, why they didn't get the ball out of his hand.
I think they're too proud. I think. What did Draymond say on TNT in the pregame? He said, I'm even more comfortable right now, this is after winning game 1, against Memphis than I was against Memphis in the regular season because they are not as experienced as we are. And I think they view Memphis as a mistake waiting to happen. And oftentimes it can be a turnover, a dumb shot. They did 20 dumb things last night where I sat back and said, no, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. But their resilience is off the charts because they do dumb and then they cancel it with great. And when they cancel it, they do it fearlessly, and they look like, with body language, they believe that they're just better than Golden State.
But here's the thing, Skip. Because they're so athletic, they don't know. They actually believe, they actually think they should beat Golden State.
They do.
I don't care about. We respect Steph. We respect what you guys have done over the last 6, 7 years in the NBA. But now it's our turn. It's our time to show you, and they're going at him. No, they're going at them. Nobody fears anybody on Golden State. They'll go at Wiggins. They'll go at Clay. They're definitely trying to get Steph isolated. They don't care. And when teams don't care, Skip, when they don't know any better, that's a very dangerous team. And this kid right here, they got nobody that can stop him. They got no one.
Well, they had Gary Payton, but even Gary Payton taking him the whole game 1, he scored 34.
Exactly. So that was, and then he had Clay skating, he had Poole skating, he had Steph skating. Wiggins is a big body, so they get Wiggins, they put him in the pick, and whomever, and then now because they want to get Wiggins off him. Wiggins has a big body that can bother him. He can get by him, but he can still bother him and challenge his shot at the rim. But Skip, I love what I've seen for this kid. I love it. I love his moxie. Sometimes I think it goes overboard.
It does.
Bro, you don't have to celebrate everything.
No.
But Skip, that's this generation. That's these young guys. This is how they are. They're brash. They're flashy. I'm good. I'm going to tell you how good I am. I'm going to dance. I'll do all those other things in the process. But as long as he's backing it up, that 47, what did you say he had? 47, 8 and 8, 47, 8 and 9. He impressed me last night.
Okay. I had issues with him in the T-Wolves series because after games 2 and 3, he celebrated. He brash talked after the game like the series was over. After game 3, they win at Minnesota. He asked for the basketball so he could heave it up into the rafters just to rub it in on the home T-Wolves crowd. I'm like, Ja, you need to grow up because it ain't over yet. And that other team is loaded with athletic ability and a rare postman in Cat, who he can just stroke threes like they're free throws. So you got to be careful. You got to honor them until you close them out. If you want to throw the ball in the rafters after you close them out, I got no problem with it. Well, what did Steph do at the end of game 1, after Golden State had won and Ja missed the layup? Steph walked by him and said, we're going to have some fun. So I loved how Ja responded last night because after he closed the deal and Steph couldn't, he just walked by him and said, we're going to have some fun. Bingo, touche, love it, because that works for me. Because you gave it back in kind. You did exactly what he gave to you. You gave it right back to him. That sends a powerful message to Steph. He ain't going anywhere, man.
Exactly.
He's right there with you, and he is not afraid of you. And in fact, I think Steph is bringing out the best in Ja because I think Ja's a point guard, a scoring guard. He looks up to Steph.
Steph is the standard.
Yeah, he's the standard.
He's an MVP, multiple. He got championships. Yeah. If you're a point guard, you coming into the league, who you looking at? Who has what you want?
Especially if you're a scoring point guard. Maybe if you're John Stockton-esque or somebody, you don't look at Steph because he's not that guy.
Right.
But as a scorer, as the greatest shooter ever.
And the flash.
Yeah,
I mean,
and the flash.
You want Chris Paul's longevity, but if Steph with the shooting the shot, Skip, not everybody shoots a shot and turn and run down the court. Everybody's taking logo threes. Man, if you took a shot like that and the shot clock wasn't about to run out, or it wasn't at the end of the half or end of a game, man, what the hell are you doing, son? Steph made it cool. Steph said, hey, you could do this. This is a good shot. For Steph Curry, he made it to say, okay, there are no bad shots. There really are, but everybody thinks they can shoot like that. And Ja's looking at Steph like, hold up, bro, I'm more like you than I am LeBron. I'm more like you than I am Luka, and you got what I want.
That is true.
I'm going to go at you then.
I'm going to go at you in a good way. And once Steph fell and he gave him his hand, and Steph didn't want to take it for a second, but he did in the end.
Right.
But it's a respectful rivalry, but it's fearless on the part of Ja.
And rightfully so,
And Ja is as fearless and effective going up among the trees in the lane as I've seen since Allen Iverson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what he reminds you of. He's up in the stratosphere with Iverson. The ability to fly in the lane, to whirl in the lane, the body control, the ambidextrous right hand, left hand.
Right.
It has Iverson written all over it. My fear factor for him going forward, when we talk about him versus Zion, and now Zion's got all kinds of eating issues as well as health issues.
Right.
But I worry about Ja's longevity because he'd stayed beat up in the regular season. You are going way up there. And last night, he took a bunch of punishment. And then